What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man, Solace here, the humble servant of the life. Before I get into this video, I want to tell all you lovely spirits that watch my videos and learn from me, I would appreciate it if you go to my GoFundMe page, which is GoFundMe/SolaceSolari, and please drop a donation in there. You can also go to paypal.me/SolaceSolari and do the same thing. Now, the dollar amount does not matter. What matters is the laws of give and receive must begin to be implanted into y'all heads. That's the most important thing that I'm here to teach, because y'all believe when things are given freely that you don't have to give back. And this is where it's a bad thing, because this boils over into the life and the mannerisms and the way we treat the life. So the earth produces freely, and then men exploit it and take from it and take from it and never think to give back and keep up with the earth. And then we do this to one another also, so it never stops. So you have to understand the mannerisms and the way you think will play out in your actions. So this is why I can make videos for a year straight, giving y'all straight up good knowledge. And all I ask for is $5 a month. And you figure maybe only 30 people actually give their little donations when they can. And this is not good. This is an imbalance in the life. And this is the reason why the life is upside down the way it is. My main purpose of teaching everything I teach is for y'all to grasp, give, and receive. This is the beginnings of everything. This is why the life is so messed up and being exploited. This is why people are being exploited. So you have to grasp. It plays deep. You figure you have the poor and the oppressed. You have men exploiting the poor and oppressed. Because anyone can speak for the poor and oppressed, even if they're not poor and oppressed. And they can get paid for the poor and oppressed, but never give back to the poor and oppressed because of the mentality that we all have. If something is given freely, then you can just do what you want. And I'm not here for that. I mean, I enjoy teaching. There's no price that I would put on teaching, because I feel like I give $1 million worth of knowledge. So I can't really put a price tag on the knowledge that I give. I just say give whatever you can at the end of the day to show you grasp, and don't just let it stop with me. Do the same with everything that gives to you, because this shit got to get drilled in people's heads. Like, I'm not going to just be here being taken advantage of. I don't care whatever y'all want to call it. For y'all, it may be entertainment, but my purpose is to be here for people to actually learn the things that they ponder on that no one can really answer. That's what I'm truly here for, to answer those things and get y'all to get an understanding of the life and what's important. So that's what I'm here for. Now, if you just watch me because you want to be entertained, that's fine, but I'm not going to continue doing this to entertain people. I ain't here for that. So if you just watching for the entertainment and you like, I'm not donating, then I might as well just completely stop, because I'm not even here for that. I'm here to teach. Hopefully y'all can grasp, give, and receive. But it seems like people are not going to grasp that. So I'm going to just put all the knowledge that I have from now on, as opposed to uploading it in a video. I'll just write it in a book. Unless y'all decide to get real and start donating, then I'll just keep it how it's been going. But the main thing is that we grasp that. Now, let me give y'all this last video. Hopefully this won't be the last video, but in my mind it's the last video, because I feel like spirits are low. Like, people really feel like if something is given freely, then it's just a deep thing. But let me give y'all this deep video, because I want y'all to grasp. Y'all all became what y'all thought. And it's a deep thing. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, what do you mean, Solace? Well, what I mean is this. What you think and what you entertained and what you watched and what you filled yourself up with is what you became. So you became what you thought on. So now let me give you an example. When I was young, you can say I thought I was a gangster. So all I watched was gangsters. All I did was talk to gangsters. All I did was fill myself up with gangsters. I watched gangster movies. So pretty much everything I did was gangster. And in that, I became that, literally. Before I became a gangster, I wanted to be a basketball player. And I played basketball. So you have to grasp how deep it is. Now, after I was a gangster and realized, okay, I became a gangster. It's not pretend anymore. Because you start to keep track. Like, okay, it's not just me thinking I'm gangster. It's a reality. So then I begin to think, man, I'm smart. I'm a scientist. I'm the smartest person on earth. I'm just pulling for knowledge. Wherever I could get it. And then that became my reality. Literally. So you have to grasp. Some of y'all may be sitting at home right now. I want you to think. Where are you right now? Or whatever it is that you're doing. It's because that's what you thought. So it's a simple thing. If a person is playing basketball, whether it's in the NBA, overseas, or in one of the local parks, the dollar amount or the fame that comes with the thing you do doesn't matter. What you do is what matters, and what you do is because that's what you thought you was going to do, or that's what you think you are. So the person that's a basketball player is because that's what they think they are. The guy that's rapping, that's what he thinks he is. That's why he raps. So you got underground rappers all the way to the highest level of fame in rap. And they all do what they do because that's what they think they are. So you may think, damn, you got rappers that make millions and millions of dollars in a month. And then you got rappers that's barely getting by, but they still rap because that's what they think they are. So that's what they are. You got people that think they're gangsters. That's what they are. Soulja Boy thinks he's a gangster. First he thought he was a rapper, and he was a rapper. Then somewhere in Soulja Boy's mind he began to feel like he's a gangster, and he filled himself up with that. And now that's what he is. Whether he realizes it or not, that's what he is, because that's what he's around. He's around Fruittown Pirus. Real gangsters, meaning the life of a gangster is his. Whether y'all feel he's gangster or not, he's a gangster now, and he will be dealt with like one. He will be treated like one. So y'all may not treat him like a gangster because y'all are not gangsters. Y'all are just looking. But the gangsters in Fruittown Piru, they not playing with him. So you gotta grasp. Crips that see him saying that, they not playing with him. So in their mind, he's a real gangster. Whether he's portraying to be one or not, he's a real gangster to them. Because gangsters don't look at their rivals like, oh, they gangster. They look at them as pussy too. So if they look at Soulja Boy and be like, look at this fake blood pussy nigga throwing up that shit, man. We Crip. We gonna ride down on him when we see him. Well, they think the same thing about real blood niggas. Man, fuck this fake blood. So you get my point? What you think of yourself is what you will be and what you are. So it's a deep thing we gotta grasp. And if Soulja Boy don't change the way he think and what he's filling himself up with, he gonna die a gangster. Fast. Because he's really not a gangster. Not to say he's ass or he didn't come from a cloth of selling dope, but he's not that type of gangster. So it's a deep thing. You gotta think how you think. Because how you think is what you going to turn out to be. The person that's working in the office right now, that's what they thought. Man, I didn't give me an office job. Whatever you do or whatever you are is what you thought. So you have to grasp how deep it is. You have to grasp. What you think is influenced by what you see. Now, y'all know the environments that we live in, which are cities, it creates a certain perspective. This blocks people from truly thinking out of a box. So now there's only a certain amount of things that people think. Grasp. I want to be rich, I want to be famous. But this is nothing. That's why I said the dollar amount of what a person makes for what they are doesn't matter. What matters is what you think, because that's what you're going to be. So a person could think, I'm a lowlife. That's what they'll be. But they could be a famous lowlife, meaning people for some reason like this lowlife. That's why the fame and the money doesn't matter. You could be a lowlife and people like you. You become famous. With the fame comes money. So it's a simple but deep thing you have to grasp. But the money doesn't matter. It's what you think that matters. Because that's what you're going to be. You can be rich and famous as you want. But if you're a lowlife and a low-spirited person, you get nothing out of the money and the fame and none of that. It just drives you lower. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Person may say, I just want to be famous. I'm a famous person. So that's what they'll be. It may just be popular in their neighborhood, or maybe on a worldwide scale. But whatever the case may be, what you think of yourself is what you will be. See, I think I'm the smartest person on the planet. And so it seems to be that ain't nobody really could say I'm not. Unless they prove it. And there's only way to prove it. One way to prove it. Actually get in my face and prove it. That I'm not. And that's not going to happen. So this is my point. What you think is what you are. If you are... Whatever you are, whatever you think is what you're going to be. But the most important thing that y'all must grasp is that we live in this fixed reality. So y'all don't have that many options of things y'all want to be because y'all don't think that much. Everything is already thought and done for you for the most part. So you truly don't do any true deep thinking and problem solving. See, grasp how society is set up. You go to work and make money and pay for your bills. So it's already set up for you. You don't really have to think. You just have to do what you're told to do. So this is the reality you live in. Just do what you're told to do and things should be alright. Go to school, get a good education, things should be alright. Go to work, get paid, pay all your bills, things should be alright. So you really don't do too much thinking. Then we have a lot of technology, so this kind of cuts out on our problem solving. So you have to grasp. It's a deep thing. We don't think a lot. Therefore, people fall into like 3 categories. Criminal, regular, or wealthy crook. But that's pretty much it. Because everybody's exploiting and scraping and scratching to get somewhere or stay somewhere. So you have to grasp. Everyone's a lowlife because that's what everyone truly thinks that they are. And this is why being a lowlife is cool. And I want you to grasp when I say that and look around you. Look on YouTube. What is everything that's happening? When you look on the news, is it anything truly positive that people are even reaching for to talk about? People are looking for the most negative things to talk about because for some reason this is what's selling. Negativity is selling. So when I say everybody's low-spirited and a low life, it's because that's what y'all think y'all are, because y'all actually think that type of stuff is cool. See, when I thought I was a gangster and I wanted to be one, it's because I thought that was cool. So I didn't look at it in that way, like, what's wrong with me thinking like that? Nigga, gangsters, this is what this shit is about. So you have to grasp. It's a deep thing. Mind you, when you come from the ghetto, all you see is gangsters. So it's easy for the mind to go into that. So this is what I mean by not having that many options to even think on. It's not like I had a cool-ass dude in the hood that was like Fresh Prince, who wore all the fly clothes, yet he was legit and smart. There was nobody in my hood like that. The fly niggas so dope, and they was gangsters. And the goofy motherfuckers that wasn't cool did goofy shit. And you didn't see nothing flourishing out of it. I don't care if a nigga said, man, I'm a doctor. He was goofy. He had no swag. He had nothing. He ain't had no girls or nothing. No, you didn't see his money because he was so swagless and goofy. Nothing manifests in your brain. But in the hood, there are no doctors pulling up. Niggas become doctors, they leave. So you have to grasp. In the hood, the only niggas that are successful, that stay, are the drug dealers. So this is all you have to influence yourself. And it's the same in life. All we see is entertainment. So everyone wants to be an actor or a musician or a sports figure. A reality is to that point. Whatever you can get just to be on TV and have fame. So that's what everyone's pulling for. I don't care if you're a judge. There was a time where if you was a judge, certain jobs were sacred. Now you have judge shows on TV. You have doctors shows on TV. So it's a deep thing. And when I say doctor show, I mean reality shows of doctors and judges. And everyone's pulling for the same things because this is all we truly see. Is that in negativity, meaning shoot 'em up, bang, bang. So this is why everybody's walking around ready for the shoot 'em up, bang, bang. And it's all about what you see and think. And the government and the elites know this. So you have to grasp. I don't care what you're doing in the life. If a reindeer walk down your block or through your projects, I don't care what you was doing that you thought was entertaining to you, you would stop and be like, what the fuck? It happened in Harlem right before Christmas. The life brought a deer to a Harlem park. And you know what that deer did? It brought motherfuckers outside that don't even be coming to the park, because the park is where the life is. That don't have buildings and stuff in it. It's just grass and dirt in the life. So the deer came there, and people that don't pay no attention to that park, that walk by it every day, they stopped. They said, oh shit, look at the deer. You had stone cold gangsters walking over there to see the deer. Niggas selling dope said, hold on. There's a deer in the park. It's almost Christmas. Let's go see that right quick. So this is how deep the life is. You could be watching the next fight that's about to happen on Love and Hip Hop and niggas say, yo, there's a fucking reindeer walking through the projects and it's 2 days before Christmas. You gonna stop and be like, what the fuck? Because the life is more exciting than anything that they're entertaining y'all brains with. And this is why they keep y'all away from the life, in the outdoors, in the wild. Because that is entertaining. And then you get stuck. And then the mind start to clicking and start to working. And you start to thinking, like, oh, hold on, I could do this. See, when you get a house, you imagine your house to be triangular in shape. Or boxed in shape. You think maybe 3 or 4 designs, and you don't really think past that. You don't think, oh, I want my house to float like an air balloon. You see, these type of things don't even pop in your mind. Oh, I want to live inside a cave and have them drill into the cave and make the inside of the cave look like a mansion. We don't even think in this manner because you're already boxed into a certain type of thought. And this is why they killed that deer in Harlem and got him out of there. Because they like, what the fuck? This shit got people forgetting to go to work almost. It got the dope boys forgetting to sell they dope. We need to lock them up so we can keep the system going. We need these stupid people to go to work. They sitting here dumb looking at a deer trying to feed it So they had to get the D out of there because the D was fucking up the program. And this is my point y'all got to grasp. They got y'all in a type of tunnel thought. And then pretty much everybody thinks the same way. Low-spirited, no matter what they do. So you have to grasp, man. You have to start thinking positively of yourself and what you want to be. Stop thinking fame and riches. Just think what you want to be and what you want to be remembered as a person. And whatever comes with that, let that be. But make sure you doing and being what you want to be. If you like the saying, just do that. And if fame and money comes with it, cool. But you just make sure you do that and you get your just due for that. Now, I'm not telling you to just go sing and be a slave and thirst, oh, listen to me sing, please. No, get your just due, but don't look for fame and riches. Because this is when you're going to go into your low-spirited. So it's a deep thing we got to grasp, man. Start thinking highly of yourselves, man. Some of y'all out there scientists. Some of y'all out there could be the next doctors, the next things that we ain't even heard, where they don't even have titles for them yet. But you just got to get your mind to start the thinking on what you want to be and how you want to be remembered. It's like I told y'all. I'm going to be remembered forever. Like Jesus and them, like 5,000 years from now, they're going to be talking about solace and the things I'm saying that nobody's truly grasping now. And so it shall be. Y'all just have to grasp how deep it is. It's because I believe this. I don't just be saying the stuff I say. When I say I'm the smartest person in the world, I believe it. It's not a slogan. I hope somebody come along and say, you're not the smartest. Let me challenge you. It's what I live for. I hope he's smarter than me. I don't think he will be. But I hope he is. Because in that, I'll get smarter. Because as of now, I'm just not being challenged in no way, shape, form, or fashion in my thoughts. This is why I stay with the life. Because only the birds and things, they challenge me. I have to figure things out when I'm dealing with them. With y'all, I don't have a challenge. Nothing to sharpen my sword on. So if there's any man out there that's truly a genius, I feel you are, please come show me. Please, please, please. This is not an egotistical challenge. I need to fulfill my thoughts. Knives need to be sharpened. Or this is just not a knife. So you got to grasp. I need to sharpen. If there's anybody y'all think is smarter than me, please insinuate that they are. Please bring them. I need them. We need each other. It's a deep thing. But it's your main man, Solace, man. GoFundMe /Solace Solari. PayPal.me/Solace Solari. Or I'm putting everything in books from now when you can just go to Amazon and shit like that, man. It really don't make me no never mind. But it's your main man, Solace, man. Y'all be groovy. Y'all be in good, humble spirit. Don't nobody be mad because I'm not upset about anything. I'm just saying what has to be said. It's your main man, Solace.